Welcome to the To Be Brutally Honest show with Parker, myself, and we have a new guest on today, Peyton Schultz.
There we
Um,
go.
let man among, or God among men, I guess. We're going to jump right into it. So we have odds for the Super Bowl. I don't know if you guys saw. Did you guys see what the bets are,
I
Parker?
did.
No.
Okay, so we're choosing the three best bets that, like the best teams that you think could win the Super Bowl. So let's hear Peyton's, I guess. Parker, if you want to pull up that document.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first.
All right. So number one among all of these, liked them last year, but they were too beat up at the end of the year. At 17-1, Seattle Seahawks.
Okay.
You got Russell Wilson. They're going to be playing a second place schedule. Just added Greg Olsen. Two good wide receivers on the edge. Their defense, they just added a corner from Washington, Quinn Dunbar. There's no reason they can beat anyone on a good day. And that includes Kansas City, Baltimore, and San Francisco. So at 17-1, I think you're getting kind of a steal. I think there's a good chance that they could even win the division next year, legitimately. So I got that as my one. As number two, I have Pittsburgh at 25-1. There's not a big chance that they're going to win their division with Baltimore there, but they played them tough twice last year with some dude named Duck.
Ducky Hodges.
Yeah, there's some guy named the Duck Caller and Mason Rudolph. So if they can at least hang with Baltimore last year with those scrubs on offense, then I like their chances next year. Plus, they have a really good defense with Minka and T.J. Watt and Cameron Hayward. You got Ben in the building again, but he just has to be okay. He doesn't have to dominate. And then last, I didn't want to be a homer here, but I mean, it's kind of like hard to ignore 50-1 odds for a team that just finished second in the division last year. But Denver is like, I mean, I think there's a good chance they're going to make the playoffs in the AFC because it's pretty weak. And, I mean, they've made a lot of good offseason moves. They probably have the best running back duo in the league. They went from the Chargers to the Broncos, just like that. And then they're going to get Bradley Chubb back. They just added Jarrell Casey, who's made the Pro Bowl 5 straight times. Drew Lock's 4-1 as a starter. Like, I don't get the 50-1 odds. I thought that one was kind of weird. Even if they're not going to beat Kansas City probably. But if there's an injury or two and weird stuff happens, you never know. So that's my three.
You really think that your Denver Broncos have a chance? I say they have a chance to make a wild card spot barely.
Yeah, I would say that in Locke's second year. But then again, the AFC is pretty top heavy with Baltimore and Kansas City. And I mean, the Raiders are above the Broncos, which is a joke.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
the Raiders.
Looking on this list here, above Denver, the Browns are above Denver. So I mean, that's
who they beat last year.
Nobody.
The Broncos beat them with a guy named Brandon Allen.
And the Bears are above you guys. So I mean, that's another thing. Shout out Michael.
It's a shot in the heart right there. The Bears above. The Bears who we thought they were.
Yeah, exactly. That was good. That was a good little plug there.
Thank you.
My three for the Super Bowl. I'm gonna go with the Bills at 20-1.
Oh God.
Now, hey,
I saw that coming.
You hate, but I think Josh Allen can be a very good quarterback in this league. And I think that with the addition of Stephon Diggs, I think he solidified a good throwing target as well as the other guys that he has. So I think he has a chance they're definitely going to win that division. There's no question about that.
I don't know. I think it's pretty close at the top. But keep going.
Ooh.
Miami made a
not the Jets. I know you're not going to say the Jets. Jets stink.
They do on paper right now probably have the best quarterback in the division.
No, the Jets. Sam Darnold's terrible. No.
He's not terrible. He just had mono. Okay.
Okay, you gave us the MVP odds. You know who has a higher MVP odds than Sam Darnold?
I don't know, Baker Mayfield.
Tua. Tua has better MVP odds than Sam Darnold, and he's not even in the league yet.
Yeah, Joe Burrow probably does.
Oh, like, what are we doing here? My second team is got to be Tennessee.
Yeah, I like Tennessee too.
At 35-1. Now, I was a Tennessee Titans fan, as everybody knows. I heard a lot last year. They went to the AFC Championship. Not gonna lie to you, but they didn't win, so it's fine. But yeah, I think with Ryan Tannehill coming back, and then I think they pretty much kept everybody. I don't think they lost anybody big.
I agree. I think
Jarrell Casey. That was about it.
I think they're still the best team in the AFC South. I don't get why there's this notion that Tannehill sucks and that he didn't do anything last year.
I mean,
he completely turned around their season.
Yeah, but his only job was to hand the ball off to Derrick Henry. Like, if Derrick Henry gets hurt, do you think the Titans win the AFC South?
No way. Probably the Colts.
There you go. So that's why I think Tannehill is not as big as Derrick Henry. Whereas,
I agree.
If Ryan Tannehill gets hurt, they can just put another guy back there who can throw 5-foot or 5-yard passes, and then just hand the ball off to Derrick Henry the first 2 downs, and then throw on 3rd and 4 or whatever.
Fair enough.
And then my last team. I mean, you got to go the Bulls. I mean,
they don't have a quarterback.
Yeah, once they draft Tua, he's got better MVP odds than.
I saw a mock draft today that had one that had Tua to the Chargers, but I saw another one that had Herbert, and I'm praying as a Bronco fan that the Chargers go out and draft Herbert.
Yeah, I mean, if they get Tua, I mean, I don't know. I did call him the next Tim Tebow, but maybe I'm wrong. Could be nice. Maybe I'm wrong
in that one. I think you're wrong in that one. What about you, Parker?
So I didn't prepare any odds or anything. I'm just gonna name them out 1, 2, 3. We'll go Kansas City.
Solid, back to back.
Yep.
The Ravens.
Dynasty.
The Ravens? Is that the second team?
And then the Seahawks.
That's right.
All right.
And I want to say Tampa Bay because Tom Brady, you know.
Yeah, I do kind of think Tampa Bay. I think. Let me check. I want to say they're at 17.
They're at 16.
16. That's a pretty good, considering how good their offense is going to be next year. That's pretty solid odds to take right now. I personally think they're going to win that division, even though New Orleans is good and they're still a Super Bowl contender. I think the Bucs are going to win that division with the weak opponents that they're going to be playing.
Carolina stinks.
Yeah, that too. But in Atlanta, I think they're automatically better than them. But then they're going to be playing a second place schedule with, they're going to be playing a third place schedule against the Rams, who suck. Sorry, Rams fans, but they're just not good. The other one would be the Bears. Yeah, the Bears.
We all know that the Mitch train's not going to win any games.
It's like, did you see the thing that Bleacher Report posted the other day about the pizza place in Chicago?
No.
Did you see that, Parker?
I did see that.
It was a sign in a pizza place that said, like, to abide by social distancing conditions, and then they said, for reference, that's how far it is when Mitchell Trubisky misses a receiver where the ball lands.
Oh, that's tough.
Bears fans are harsh.
Well, I did see that Nick Foles, it's going to be a true competition. So who do you think is going to start at that on the Bears? Is Nick Foles going to start? Or is Mitchell Trubisky going to start?
Well, I mean, either way, they're not going anywhere. I mean, Foles will start, and then he'll win one game, and then Bears fans will think they're going to go to the Super Bowl. But it kind of doesn't make sense to me. They might as well start the season with Trubisky, and then if he just sucks, which he probably does, then you just gotta quit.
By the way, how are the Cowboys that high?
Yeah, with a quarterback just threw a party with 30 people during this.
What a buffoon. But like the Cowboys, like they haven't won a playoff game in how long?
Since
Romo
I was just gonna say, did Dak win? I think they lost to
won.
Green
No, they
Bay when they went.
lost to Green Bay, yeah.
Yeah,
That. So
on the running throw on the sideline, Jared Cook. Yeah. So I don't know. Keep dreaming, Cowboys fans. You're not even winning the division.
it's despicable. Yeah, I think we're on to the next topic here.
All right.
What is that?
Let me check real quick. Let's go to your idea that you had the other day.
Oh, the favorite movie during this quarantine.
Go for it.
So we've done sports movies before.
Okay.
Which Parker was not. He said Remember the Titans, which he hasn't seen.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
And I forgot what his other. Oh, maybe The Sandlot, and then I don't know.
They change every time. I don't know.
So
well, Remember the Titans is elite. League of Their Own's elite. Sandlot, I mean, every kid has seen that.
Basic.
Parker, are you a Rookie of the Year fan?
You know.
It's okay. I don't like Bull Durham personally. It's not my favorite. It's not that I dislike it. It's just kind of meh.
I
There's
said
no Field of Dreams.
Oh
okay,
yeah,
Moneyball's good.
Great movie.
That's your favorite?
I don't know. I'm not real big into movies, so don't have a lot to choose from.
All right, fair enough. So what we'll do for this one, Mig, you want to start this off? We'll do favorite movie, least favorite movie, and movie that you could watch the most. Any genre.
favorite movie. I'm gonna go Indy. Yeah. I'm going Raiders though. I don't know.
Yeah,
No,
you have to.
no. Hold on. I might go Last Crusade because I think Sean Connery adds that extra.
Sean Connery.
Yeah, with the pelicans on the beach or the seagulls on the beach. That's pretty cool.
With the umbrella.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna go The Last Crusade on that one, and then least favorite. I don't know. What's a terrible movie?
I got one that comes to mind right away.
I mean, The Last Jedi's up there, but I mean, I'm not gonna bash Star Wars like that.
Yeah, it doesn't belong there. It's too harsh.
But least favorite movie to watch? Oh, Frozen. That movie stinks.
What?
Yeah, that's controversial. But yeah, Frozen.
Yeah, that
I don't like Frozen. No, it's terrible.
Why? I like Frozen. It's solid Disney.
No, I think it was. I don't know. They tried too hard to make it like it's not up there with the elite Disney movies.
You're not an Olaf fan?
No, he's just a snowman. What's so special about a snowman?
He likes warm hugs.
That's stupid. That's stupid.
All right, and the movie you can watch the most.
Empire.
Yeah, that's a good move.
Empire Strikes Back. I mean, it's a classic.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. Parker, what about you?
Favorite movie? Everyone always thinks it's weird when I say it, but it's Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close. Great movie.
The 9/11 one, right?
Yeah, with Tom Hanks. Great movie.
I've only seen that once, but it was a long time ago.
Least favorite movie? My dad is in a Hallmark phase right now, which is weird. My mom's not even as invested as he is, but so really any Hallmark movie, really whenever I walk downstairs, he has them recorded on the DVR.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I walk downstairs and he's sitting there watching TV, I get legitimately mad. Because it's always a Hallmark movie, and they're always the cringiest and the worst. Movie I could watch the most, I don't know. I don't really rewatch movies a whole lot. I watched Wayne's World.
Yeah, there
Wayne's
you go.
World like 4 times, but
yeah, that's quotable.
Yeah, that would be your go-to.
Yeah, it's my go-to. So
there you go, Wayne's World.
Yeah. Fair. All right, for me, I'll take favorite Back to the Future. It's I can never get enough of that. Least favorite, worst movie I've ever seen: Batman versus Superman. Well, I've never walked out of a theater, but I saw that and seriously considered what I was watching. It's just garbage.
I agree. That was top 5 or top 2 worst superhero movies of all time. That's including like the George Clooney Batman.
Okay, yeah.
That one's bad.
Yeah, it's or Green Lantern.
Ugh. Yeah, there you go. It's like 1, 2, and 3 right there.
All right, and then most watchable movie, since you took Empire and you took Raiders of the Lost Ark, kind of. I'll take the movie I've probably seen the most in my life is Toy Story. I've probably seen Toy Story more than ever. But if you're bored and you want to watch some kind of movie, I'll suggest the Tarantino. I'll go Inglourious Basterds. That's one of my favorites.
That's a good movie.
Plus, it's on Netflix.
That's true.
So, buongiorno.
That's a big thing because like if it's not on Netflix or Hulu or whatever, you can't watch. I mean, there are ways of doing it, but it's a lot of things to do.
Yeah, you got to dig.
Yeah, it's borderline criminal, but we make it work.
Not quite. We'll play through.
Yeah. I think we covered the movie topics.
Boom.
Moving on to baseball.
There we go.
Yeah, they came out with new divisions or something, and what I saw was some of the worst stuff and things that I've ever seen. Like the divisions.
I got the divisions written down. If you want me to read them.
That's what we need.
It's crazy. So on one side, it would be the Cactus League taking place in Arizona. There'd be a division called the Northwest, the Braves, Padres, Mariners, Royals, Indians. The Northeast, Cubs, Giants, Rockies, A's, Diamondbacks. The West, Dodgers, Reds, White Sox, Indians, Angels. Then you head over to Florida with the Grapefruit League. The North is the Yankees, Phillies, Blue Jays, Tigers, Pirates. The South is a cakewalk with the Red Sox, Twins, Braves, Rays, Orioles. And the East is the Nationals, Mets, Astros, Cardinals, and Marlins. It is weird.
Well, let me back up here. You're just roasting the Red Sox league like it's nobody's business. The Braves are in there, who are really good.
Yeah, the Braves are good.
The Rays are in there, who are really good. You don't think the Rays are good, Parker?
I don't think they're really good.
They miraculously make and win the wild card game. I don't think they're gonna. Last year may or may not have been a fluke. I don't know.
But I will say, for having absolutely no payroll and the fact that they're at least relevant every single year, it is pretty impressive. They're not bad.
I went to a game when the Dodgers played the Rays last year, and Tommy Pham went like 6 for 6. But of course, he's not on there anymore. I don't think.
The Padre, I believe.
So, I mean, there he goes. Lost him.
Yeah, then they have the Twins in that division. So the Twins won the AL Central last year and led the league in home runs. So
they hit a lot of home runs, but they're not a legitimate like World Series threat.
But still, you can't say it's not a tough division when you have.
No, it is. I was being sarcastic. The real cakewalk of a division is this atrocity with the Yankees, Phillies, Blue Jays, Tigers, and Pirates.
Yeah. I mean, the Phillies could have a run, but it's like the Yankees and the Phillies. There's nobody else.
Well, I mean, the Blue Jays, they got a heck of an arm. So
the Great Emperor.
The Great Emperor.
I will say the Blue Jays, I think, will take a step forward from last year.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to go and make the playoffs, but I do like their.
Goodness gracious, what's going
on?
But I mean, the Tigers are still a minor league team. Pirates are getting there.
The Pirates are pretty bad too.
Yeah.
But also, the Dodgers just. I will say the Cactus League is very easy, but their division is loaded. every single team is at least pretty good in this, with the Reds, White Sox, Indians, and Angels.
Yeah, that's going to be the division to watch. I think the Dodgers will actually have a run for their money if we get to play. Like they'll prove that they are the best team in that division, especially.
Who do
But
you
it's
think?
still
Who do you think's the second best?
Anything's
Sorry,
just not going to be legit. Like,
I mean,
it depends. I don't know.
I'd accept it if they played in these divisions and they won a World Series. I'd accept it.
no, you wouldn't.
Yeah, I
If it was
would.
Dodgers, you wouldn't. No.
If they played 162 games, the problem I have with it is the 7-inning doubleheader bull crap, and then the all-time DH. That is what I have a problem with.
And I mean, there are players coming out and saying that they're just not going to do it. So
Yeah, I saw Kershaw said that.
yeah, Kershaw said that. I feel like I saw other people say that, but I forgot who.
Did you see Cole Hamels though?
No, I didn't even know that guy was still in the majors.
Yeah, so I don't even know what team he's on now, but he said that he would leave his family to go play baseball and be quarantined by himself just so he could play baseball. I was
maybe that's why nobody knows he's in the league anymore.
His wife probably is just like, hey, like, what's up with that? Like, you don't want us to come with you at least? No, he said no. He's going by himself.
It's tough.
All right.
I just think that I don't know, the all DH thing I have no problem with, because given within this format, I mean, there's going to be AL teams that are, there's going to be NL teams that are going to be playing with AL teams. So if they go all DH, then I have no problem with that.
Well, I guess that's true. But why can't you just do it like it's an interleague thing?
As in home and away?
Yeah. So like if it's an interleague, because there's in all the divisions, there's teams that are in the AL and the NL. So like whoever is the home.
There's only one division, it looks like, that is all NL, and that is the Northeast and the Cactus, which is the Cubs, Giants, Rockies. Oh, no, the A's are in there. Yeah, that's right.
So that's what I think. It just should go just by home teams. That would make more sense to me.
I'm not against that by any means. Oh, it makes it pretty competitive too. Like it's pretty equal footing for all teams.
Well, imagine like the Dodgers, who are so deep. Like if you have a DH like that, that's loaded. Like your lineup's now loaded. You don't get that free out at the bottom of the lineup. Like you have to. I mean, I don't know who would DH for you guys, but
AJ Pollock.
But no. I mean,
Chris Taylor.
Chris Taylor or what's his face? Jock Peterson. Or is he playing left these days?
He'll probably start. He'll start against righties.
But yeah, if he was the DH, he'd be your DH, and that lineup would be loaded.
Yeah.
It wouldn't matter. And then you could have Kike hit or whatever, and all that good stuff.
So these weird divisions aside, if it's the normal format heading into the season, who do you like at the top?
Dodgers.
Well, among the divisions.
That was objective. Among each division?
Yeah.
Well, the NL West, I got to go Dodgers. The NL Central, who's in that division? Oh, the Reds, sleeper pick.
Yeah, I like the Reds too. More as a wild card, but I like the Reds too. Their lineup's loaded.
And then the NL East.
Yankees.
The NL East.
Yeah, that's my bad.
Yikes.
I was jumping the gun.
Maybe the Bravos or the Mets even. If the Mets got another bat, maybe.
No Nationals?
I mean, Kurt Suzuki's on their team, so I hate that guy. He guy stinks. So, how good could they be?
Parker, what about you?
So we're gonna do the AL or?
We'll do the NL first, and then we'll wrap back around and do the AL.
Well, Dodgers. Then I'm gonna go with the Brewers. They seem to make the playoffs every year for the past 2 years. So, And then, like, I don't know, Nationals, they got rid of Rendon. Still have Strasburg, but Rendon, I feel, is a big piece. So um, I don't expect them to be bad, but I'm going to have to go with the Braves. Seems like they're pretty solid every year.
Yeah, I think I'll take the Dodgers in the NL West. The NL Central is tight, but I like the Cardinals again. I mean, I don't like the Cardinals by any means, but they're good. They had a bad postseason last year against the Nationals, but I think they'll bounce back. But I like the Reds as a wild card in that division. And then in the NL East, I like the Braves. It's close between the Nationals and the Mets for that other wild card. Also, maybe the Diamondbacks for that other wild card.
Have the Brewers as a wild card?
No, I don't know. I think that I know he's not great. He's going to help the Reds a lot, but Moustakas in the middle of their lineup's going to hurt. I just feel like there's so much pressure on Yelich in that lineup. If he doesn't perform, then I mean they're not amazing.
Well, plus he's coming off an injury, so you never know how he's going to react from that.
He's still ridiculous, but yeah, I don't love the Brewers, but I'll take the Nationals. Juan Soto is going to be my pick for NL MVP next year.
I can see that.
Yeah,
Guy's electric.
I think he's going to take off. You like that?
I agree.
All right, so moving to the AL. Mig, you want to start?
The AL West, I'm going to go the Astros. I think that it's going to be like a revenge tour kind of thing for them. Like, you don't think we're good enough to win the AL West? Like, we're going to roll people now, and we're going to go to the playoffs, and it's not even going to be close. Because, like, whether they knew about pitches coming, yes, it helps, but they still had to hit the pitch, and they still had to know if it was a strike or not. Yes, it was bad. Yes, it's cheating, but still they had to hit the ball. So, like, they're still good athletes.
It's clear that the Astros are still probably the most talented team in the league.
Yeah. Just raw talent, it's just they're so much better than everybody else.
But everyone's going to be watching them.
And it's all homegrown talent, which is another thing. Like the Dodgers have that too, kind of. But the Astros is all homegrown talent that they have, especially in their infield.
No team is going to catch a bigger break this year if fans aren't at games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
They're gonna. I agree.
And then in the Central, God, who cares? Probably the. I mean, if they got the Tigers, the Twins,
White
Sox, and like you forget about the Royals. Like the Royals and the Indians.
Yep.
So like I think the Indians without Kluber aren't going to win a lot of games without Kluber or Bauer, and then the Royals stink. Tigers stink. So it's really a two-team race there. And it
White
depends
Sox
on how
or
the Twins, and it depends on how the Twins pitch.
Yep.
So there you go. So it's a toss-up. I don't know, flip a coin. And then in the AL East, I got to go. It's tough, but it's got to be the Yankees.
Yeah, doesn't need to be said by you.
Tough. We got 9 minutes for this session, by the way.
All right.
Well, so for me, for the West, I don't want to say the Astros, because frick them. I feel like the A's are going to do what they always do, just miraculously make the wild card game. The Angels, I don't know. I like them. I think that they might. I'm going to say the favorite in the division is the Astros, but the Angels might sneak up on them. Then for the Central, White Sox, just because they've added so many people, and the competition hasn't really.
It's a joke.
Yeah. And then Yankees, obviously, like who else? So yeah.
All right, I'll build upon that. You guys kind of nailed the points on the Astros. I agree with. If the season was played with fans and stuff, I think it would be a closer race. But I think it's kind of going to be a runaway in that division. I just think the Astros are probably going to have the top record in the AL this year. That includes the Yankees. So
you're not a big Garrett Cole guy, huh?
I'm not a big Garrett Cole guy, especially in a Shetland field as Yankee Stadium. So I'll take the Astros in the West. The Central, I agree with Parker. I like the White Sox. Former Dodger Yasmani Grandal. I guess he's the second best catcher in the league. That just shows it just shows the state of catching in MLB right now. It's pretty shallow.
That backup in Cleveland's so much better than Yasmani Grandal. It's not even close.
Okay, that's just.
Guy's a
I'm gonna have to agree with that. Sandy can catch a ball in the playoffs, right?
Yeah,
correct.
Yeah, won a World Series.
So good for him.
I mean,
and then you
real
go.
quick. I played him in the show real quick, I played him in the show yesterday or today. He went 3 for 3 with 3 bombs against me. So, I mean, maybe just because I was grooving fastballs right down the middle, but like, hey,
You were doing it on purpose?
no.
But yeah, I like the White Sox. They have a lot of young players around. If they don't make the playoffs this year, if they don't make the playoffs, then there's going to be troubling signs there, per usual in Chicago. Second Chicago roast today. But the East, the Yankees are clearly the favorite, but again, they always find ways in recent years to disappoint. So
Judge is like an injury waiting to happen. So Stanton. So you never know.
Stanton's like the guy in SpongeBob in the cast.
Yeah.
And then as the wild cards, I really, really want to pick the Angels because I really like their lineup. I think they're probably maybe the third best lineup in all of baseball. But
all of baseball?
Yeah.
You got the Dodgers. You got the Reds are up there.
I think the Angels maybe have an edge over the Dodgers and the Yankees. Alternate or 1 or 2. I think that's kind of obvious.
The Reds are better
than the Angels.
Yeah.
If you want to put the Reds at 3 and the Angels at 4, then I think that's fine. But you're talking about having a lineup with Ohtani's going to be back.
Ohtani, but when you have 40-year-old Albert Pujols batting 4th, no offense to Albert Pujols, by the way, great player, but he's 40 years old. Like, dude, it's like, I get it. Like, no disrespect, you're a great player and all, but I mean, with all due respect, like he deserves all the respect, but get out of the league.
I'll throw a shout out to the future AL Rookie of the Year, Joe Adell. He's going to take off for the Angels this year.
Just because he's the top prospect in baseball doesn't mean he's the best.
I'm just saying. That's my prediction. And then, hey, I'm just saying, roast David Fletcher and Tommy La Stella all you want, but they had good years last year.
Tommy La Stella, don't even get me started on Tommy La Stella.
Dude, he was a borderline all-star almost.
No, Tommy La Stella was an all-star, thank you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But Tommy La Stella, we go back to the HGH argument. Where did he come from? There's no way Tommy La Stella, he's probably on the Mike Trout special medical clearance list. What? Oh my God. Getting roasted by my mom over here. Anyway, yeah, where did he come from? I mean, I'm sure that he doesn't because he's a stand-up guy and he played for the Cubs, but like he came out of nowhere is what I'm trying to say.
Well, you're allowed to have a good year.
No, I don't disagree.
I mean, you gonna say Max Muncy's on HGH all of a sudden too?
Did you hear him say Justin Turner?
No, he tried to.
He
tried to say he's on Royce.
He was like, did you see him when he was on the Mets and the Orioles? He wasn't good, but now he's just good. And it's like,
it's called development.
You're allowed to develop as a player, like.
It's got to be unnatural.
Anyways, I like the Angels. I'm not convinced enough to take them right now, so I'll have the A's like Parker. Somehow they make the playoffs every year. Somehow they just have these random ass players like FCC Airways.
Doesn't matter.
That's not. It's a video.
Yeah, it's not on the public airwaves technically, so you don't have to.
Yeah, so
I don't have to watch it. Anyways, yeah, I like the A's a lot. They always have good players, but they lose in the wild card every year. So that's them. And then, no, I was talking crap about the Rays earlier, so I'm going to take the Angels. And I live in Tampa.
Can't contradict yourself. That stadium's a joke, huh?
It's the only stadium place I've ever been in where they hit a ball and it echoes. It's kind of cool. The
you
first
ever been to an
inning
indoor
is cool.
stadium?
No, that was the first one I've ever been to.
Yeah.
I mean, I believe they played the Rockies when I went, and Arenado just smoked the line drive into the gap and stuff. And it's cool when you hear the echo throughout the stadium, and then you sit there and there's nobody within 10 feet, and you're like, oh, so this is what social distancing is like.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is Phil Hughes thing?
Yeah, the Rays won't have to worry.
Dang, that was tough. We're going with choosing 3 broadcasters to call the games of your choice. So, what's the deal with this? Are we doing like 1 broadcaster per sport, or 3 broadcasters to call 1 sport, or what's the deal with that?
Any broadcaster of your choice can call any sport. You got to choose 3.
All right,
Take it how you will.
Parker, let's start with you. Top 3 broadcasters to call a game.
Yeah. So let's see.
Your first one should be.
Yeah, no, my
Correct.
dad walked in, so I'm a little okay. Joe Davis. Nice oaky baritone voice. Can't go wrong. Just comforting. Sometimes I wish that he could like read me a story before I go to sleep. But then number 2, do they have to be broadcasting now, or can they be?
No.
Okay. Dave Niehaus, from Seattle.
That took a turn. Yeah, I wasn't
My
expecting
oh
that.
my!
Yeah, my oh my. And then Vince Scully.
So I
How
was
can you be a
like,
Dodgers? How can you be a Dodgers fan and not choose that? And then for the wild card, probably Al Michaels.
Okay.
Because I don't watch football, but he's got a
Okay,
nice one.
so all those guys are calling baseball, and then Al Michaels is calling football for you?
Sure, we'll just call whatever. I don't know.
Because Vince Scully used to do football back in the day.
Correct. Call the catch.
Yeah.
I know.
Yep. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I was shocked you didn't go Vin at first. I was like a little surprised at first, but you did the right thing. Yeah. Speaking of Vin, though, I saw you guys had a Mount Rushmore discussion of LA sports.
It's true.
Yeah, we
He's got a case to be the Dodger representative.
Yeah. I guess I was more in the player's mindset and not the big picture sports, you know.
Yeah. It's definitely not Wayne Gretzky for whoever was saying that.
That was Matt. Was that you, big guy?
Well, I threw him on there just because, like, you know, one of the greatest hockey players of all time.
He is the great one.
No, he is the greatest hockey player.
Correct. Mig, you want me to take it?
Well, I don't know. Sydney's up there. Sydney's like number 2.
Sidney Crosby?
Yeah.
Well,
or Ovechkin.
Or Bobby Orr, or I mean, if you want to throw it way back, Gordie Howe.
Okay, that's about the extent of, and that's hockey talk. So that's all I got.
Got to throw it in.
That's hockey talk. Okay.
All right, you want me to take the reins?
This is you.
All right. So Parker took Vin, so I won't put him in mine just out of sake of you doing it. I'll take Kevin Harlan because he's just legendary. He had the cat call this year. Did you ever see when the Cowboys played the Giants and he narrated the cat running on the field?
No, wasn't that was Jim Nance?
No, that was Kevin Harlan.
That's Kevin Harlan. Oh.
And he once called a guy a goofball in a hat when a streaker ran on the field.
That
He
was
said
funny.
such lines as LeBron James with no regard for human life. How do you get cooler than that?
Bang. That's a big one. Whatever.
Mike Breen, yeah. So I'll take
Oh,
Kevin
that's a
Harlan
different guy.
one. My other one, you just said him, Jim Nance, Sunday at the Masters.
It's still Mike.
Yeah, the ultimate golf voice. Good with Romo in the NFL booth. He's versatile. He has a house in Pebble Beach.
That's right, because he's a savage.
Yeah, so I mean, he also nails down two key things here. Calls AFC games, so I listen to him, and he calls Tigers moments. So
Absolutely,
he really hits.
I'm with you on
really
that one.
Knocks it out of the park right there. As my third, since he wrote that, I have a lot of wild cards here, so I'll choose. What about Bill Walton?
That guy's so funny.
Bill Walton's wild. I like Romo. I like Kirk Herbstreit.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Kirk Herbstreit. I like Mike Tirico. But I will take Bob Costas
Ooh.
as my other one.
What's he calling though? What sport? The Olympics?
The Olympics or baseball. He does both. I mean, I think he retired from the Olympics now. I think.
Mike Tirico took over.
Yeah, which they're both good. But I'll take Bob Costas because I hear Bob Costas and I automatically hear the Olympic theme.
Yeah.
So.
No, I don't even remember how it goes, but it's something like that. So
Knowing all the legends right there. Underrated one, even though he's a Raider. John Gruden. I used to like him on Monday Night Football. Gruden grinders.
All right, I think I got mine. Number one, we got Al Michaels calling hockey.
Yeah, that.
Okay, probably one of the top, probably the best call in American sports history. Right there.
Yeah.
Number two, you got to give love to Pat McAfee.
Your guy.
The man is fantastic on a microphone. I don't know how he does it, but when he's calling games, like when he called Matt Prater's touchdown.
Yeah, I saw that coming.
And he's like, oh, in the middle of the play. He's just like, and then he just goes off. And he didn't even let like the regular guy do it. He called the play while it was happening. It was hilarious. And then probably, you stole my Jim Nance for Sunday.
You don't want to go Hawk Harrelson?
No, gosh, no. I will go. What's that? Bob Uecker.
Okay, that was a solid pick. That was out of the box.
Yeah. Just Major League alone, he's hilarious. But watching I didn't watch Brewer games a lot, but like listening to like clips of him, like that's fun to listen to. I mean, all time, like if I were just to put, like if I wasn't like because you guys hit a bunch of them, so I'd go probably Vin Scully. Al Michaels has got to be up there, and then Bob Costas. No, Joe Davis. No, Joe Davis has been an announcer for 2 years.
He's the man.
He's got good 2 years though. Okay. He's no Vin, but he's doing good. He's doing well.
He's no Rem Dog either.
Okay.
The Rem Dog.
All right, settle down.
Parker, you know who the Rem Dog is?
No, not really.
He's the Red Sox color. He's not the color guy. He's like the analysis. He's straight out of Massachusetts. So like Xander Bogaerts, it's like ridiculous for him to pronounce. And he just sits and he's beat cancer like 3 different times, and he's the man. So
is he the one that had beef with David Price?
No, that was stupid Dennis Eckersley.
That was Eck?
Yeah. They got into a fight on the plane or something. I don't know.
It's fitting that Price goes to the Dodgers now then.
Whatever.
Wow, because Eckersley, Dodgers.
Is he still on a 1-year contract, or are there multiple years to his contract?
Oh, there's multiple years because you got all of it. Yeah. I did my James Holzhauer there. All of it.
Okay.
Like half of it though.
What was your question, Parker?
I said the Red Sox are playing for like half of it, but
Oh yeah, kind of.
Yeah, but yeah, so that means that essentially this season, even if it is played, it's going to be illegitimate, which essentially means Mookie Betts is never going to play a game in the Dodgers jersey.
I mean, they might re-sign him. I think it's weird that
I felt like there would be a chance of him re-signing to the Dodgers if he played in LA and he got to experience. I obviously have never played on Dodger Stadium, like the field, but gonna assume it's electric. I'm gonna assume.
Well, let's correct you there. He has played in LA.
As an opposition.
Hit a bomb in Game 5.
Just saying.
But when
I'll make a
go for it, man.
I'll make a pitch to Mookie Betts right now. I'm not asking him to sign a long-term deal yet. I'm not asking him to. I'm asking him for a simple favor. If there's no season played, 1-year deal, prove it. He can take as much money as he wants. We'll give him 1 year, $35 million. Take it, and then if he leaves after, and he wants to, so be it.
But what if you don't win, though? Like, how embarrassing would that be?
It would be embarrassing.
I mean, it can't get much worse.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean
the luck that you guys have had, though, like, you had a team that was cheating and the whole year and beat you guys. And then you had a team that was probably one of the best teams in that decade.
the Red Sox?
Yeah, beat you in the World Series. And then you had the Nationals, who just didn't seem to lose on the road. Like, they didn't lose ever on the road.
And not only that, that's only the past 3 years.
Yeah.
Look back at the beginning of when they were doing it, when Joe Kelly broke Hanley's rib.
Love that.
And
Matt Adams.
Adams.
Nobody knows who Matt Adams is. Like, if you were to say to, like, I don't know, some White Sox fan, hey, who's Matt Adams? They probably have no idea. But,
Dodger
like, to you, Dodger fans know exactly who that guy is, and I love it.
Yeah, but yeah, they're not cursed, but they have a lot of setbacks. Dodgers.
Yeah, it's tough. This year was going to be their year. So, yeah.
I hope so.
Say that. Like, it's typical Dodgers Twitter, though. It's not YouTube, but it's like you know who. It's like, this is our year, but you guys say that every year. I'm like, which one is it? Like, I don't know.
You can't really deny this year, out of all the years, was going to be ours.
My stance on the Dodgers has not changed for 5 years, and it will never change. They will win the World Series when they win 2 Clayton Kershaw games in a 7-game series.
But when does that ever happen?
I'm just saying, when that happens, they'll win.
He won't, because of who they have now, he won't pitch 2 games in a 7-game series. I would rather have Walker Buehler go 2 games and Dustin May go 2 games than Clayton Kershaw.
Walker Buehler, 100%, he goes 2 games. Dustin May, I don't know.
Well,
That was a stretch.
Yeah,
who's the second guy?
First.
Clayton Kershaw, you gotta ride or die with him.
Okay, Clayton Kershaw, and then who else is in there? Ross Stripling.
As of right now, it's David Price, former World Series hero.
There you go. I would have David Price go twice than Clayton Kershaw. David Price.
What do you have to say to that? Because I don't necessarily agree with that.
Red Sox fan. I don't know. We don't have Nate Eovaldi in the bullpen, so we can't really afford to have. How old is he? 35, 36 or something?
Eovaldi?
No, David Price.
He's like 33.
Yeah.
33. Okay, well he's getting up there. We don't have a guy in the bullpen that can go 9 innings.
Well, I mean, if you move, if Julio Urias is in the bullpen, he can go 9 innings.
I do think if there's one Dodger I think is going to have a breakout year, I think it's going to be Urias. I think he's going to have a nice year. I know you want to say something.
I had a joke, but it's bad. So
yeah, was it about something having to do with this?
No.
No.
Oh.
Was it? No, it was
Regardless,
not.
what I say about the Dodgers, they have the most talented and deepest team in the league, and that includes the Yankees. But they will they won't win a series against elite AL teams until they have Clayton Kershaw win 2 games.
There you go.
just gonna stick to it. I always have.
And you got James Buchanan in the back there in the bullpen, though. Guy's a legend.
All right.
Guy's a legend.
Yeah, Dodgers. I love Dodger fans, and I think it's ridiculous when people try and compare them to Raider fans. Not even close. Raider fans are out of control.
I mean,
Raider fans are borderline Cowboy fans. They'll go 4-12, and then the day the season ends, they say they're going to win the Super Bowl next year.
It's kind of close, though.
But the Dodgers are at least relevant.
I mean, I've never really encountered a Raiders fan, so I don't know.
Good for you.
At least at a baseball, like Major League Baseball, Dodgers fans are tough. I mean, they only like you if you're doing good.
They're not worse than Yankee fans.
It's close.
It's pretty close.
What about Red Sox fans? They've had their fair share of.
Red Sox fans are faithful, though. I mean, yeah, they obviously don't like Adam Jones, but they're still faithful.
I'll take the Red Sox with this point, though. Boston is the sports city of America, so that really can't be denied.
Well, on the Adam Jones thing, what they did to Adam Jones was terrible. That should never happen. No. That should never happen in baseball. Okay, I'm just saying.
That wouldn't happen.
Well, what do you want me to do about it? Like, I wasn't there.
We should have Jack on the video next time.
Thoughts?
I'm just saying what they did to Adam Jones was terrible, and it should never be done. But that is like the one stain on Red Sox fans is like what Boston brings to sports. It's like that.
What I just think is weird is that being outside of the state and stuff, I've asked people about this. Like, nobody in Florida, per se, has any kind of ill will towards the Dodgers whatsoever. But that also means that they've never encountered Dodger fans, other than me, obviously, I guess. But Yankees and Red Sox have a bad rap. But that's what happens when being the two most known teams in baseball.
Well, that's what happens when you win, baby. That's what happens when you win.
I'm not.
The territory.
Yankees haven't felt that in a while either, but they think they win every year.
Well, I mean, it's relevant, though. They've won in the last 2 decades. The Dodgers haven't.
I'm not denying that.
No, you can't because it's a fact.
So what happens if the Dodgers end up winning the World Series this year?
For me, or personally, like fandom or whatever?
Have the past 8 years been worth it if they do?
No.
Really?
I would say no.
I consider the Dodgers. What I got from the Mookie Betts trade, from like a Red Sox perspective, was like, yeah, it was bad, but like from just a baseball, it was just a cop out. Like, we have to go get the second best player in baseball to win a World Series. Like, we don't trust our own guys to do it. We've built this great farm system. We have homegrown talent, but we don't trust our own guys to get it done. So we're gonna have to go out and trade somebody to go get the second best player in baseball. That's what I got from the Dodgers. It was a cop out. Like, we don't believe you guys can do it, so we're gonna go get somebody else who can do it and has done it before.
I don't know if it's so much a cop out, but
it's a cop out.
But essentially, if they do win this year, even if the Dodgers win, I probably wouldn't consider it legitimate, just because, especially with like the 7-inning rule and the electronic strike zones. I'm not going to say a robot is what like won them the World Series or anything like that, but it changes the game. And 7 innings, there's a lot of stuff that happens in innings 8 and 9. So,
Well, that's when Pedro Baez pitches.
That's hilarious. Lately it's Kenley Jansen. So.
Yeah, what's going on with him? Is he going to be the closer this year, or what's his heart? You can't go to Colorado, right? Is that a thing?
Well, since they're all going to be in Arizona, I don't think that's going to be an issue.
Yes, thank you. But I mean, like, is that like a real thing? Like, he can't pitch in Colorado? Like, his heart will give out?
I mean, it used to be like he couldn't go to Colorado. I think that was for like a few months. But yeah, it's a heart thing. My aunt has a big hole in her heart. And my other aunt, her sister, lives in Colorado, and she's never been able to go there because it fluctuates things.
Yeah, those people in Denver are wackadoodles. The lack of oxygen, just brain power and all that stuff. I mean, at least must be if you're a Broncos fan. I mean,
department. Yeah, they'll bounce back.
Yeah, yikes. Another cop out. You had to go get Peyton Manning. Although that was a bigger risk because you had no idea what was happening with his neck.
Like Tim Tebow. Exactly. It's not even close. Get out of here.
I miss Tim Tebow. Oh, speaking of Tim Tebow, I got a Tim Tebow card in the show. He's like an 88 overall.
He's an 88. He has a card that's 88.
Yeah, there's a prospect Tim Tebow card. It's an 88 overall. He's legit.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah, I went deep twice in the same game, and the kid rage quit it.
Respect.
Yeah.
All right, we have time for our last topic.
I mean, we do, but it's gonna be long, so we can save it.
Yeah, we'll save it then.
Okay.
We'll save it then. All right, close. Any closing remarks from anyone?
I got nothing. I think we got it all.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's Jackie Robinson Day. Too bad no baseball on it.
It's gonna be sad. Most important athlete of all time.
42.
Most important athlete of all time. Number one, Jackie Robinson. Number two, Muhammad Ali. If you want to debate that could be next week's topic.
Fair enough. I like it.
There we go. All right. Well, the To Be Brutally Honest show, episode 3, donezo.